Hi everyone, and welcome to Tuesday's Tips with Laurie. I'm really excited to share a technique with you today. It's all about ribbon. So to start with, I wanted to share with you Enchanted. We love this collection. It's one of our Kimberbell curated collections. It's called Enchanted. As you can see, it uses our brand new leather. This is just so beautiful. And you can see the leather right here on this zipper scale purse. It's just beautiful. And we will also show a little bit later about the ribbon on this Mer Majesty crown, but it's also made with the leather. As you can see, it's got, this is the green and this is the rose gold. They're beautiful. To begin, I'm going to actually show you why we call this our cinch sack, because it's our royal cinch sacks, and this is the cool part. When you take the ribbon, it actually cinches shut. And that's the reason we call it our cinch sack. But to put this ribbon in, it can be a little bit tricky if you're not sure what you're doing. So I'm going to share with you how you put this ribbon inside of our cinch sack. To begin, I have our lady crown one. We're going to start out with, we've already made the cuts in our buttonholes when you would have embroidered it. So that is where we're going to actually put the ribbon. And then you can see there's a second hole right here. It's a casing hole. We're going to use both of those with our ribbon. Now the way the ribbon is placed in, you have two pieces. So if you have your two pieces and you just hold them side by side and then you pull them apart, you can see this is going to go this direction inside, and this ribbon is going to go the opposite direction. So they are hugging. This is hugging one side and this is hugging the opposite side. That way when you pull on your ribbon, you can see how that would work. That's how it cinches your cinch sack closed. So to begin with, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both ribbons at the same time, and I like to attach it to something that's going to be easy to thread through. So I'm going to go ahead and use this chopstick. You could also use a bodkin or something similar, anything that you've got that you can thread through. You can use a paper, or not a paper clip, a safety pin if you'd like. And I'm just going to tape it on. I like using the Kimberbell paper tape. It's already in my sewing room, so I have it right handy and available. So then you would thread this through, and I'm going to thread both of those through, like I said, at the same time, and they go through the front buttonhole to the other front buttonhole. Right there. So once you pull those through, I'm going to pull the chopstick out here. You could use a skewer, you could use about anything that you'd like. Boy, I stuck that on really good. And what I love about the paper tape, it comes off very easily and it doesn't leave any residue on your ribbon at all. So that is great. So now I have both of my ribbons. I'm going to pull them so they're equal. Then I'm going to take one ribbon, I'm going to slide it longer on one side, and then I'm going to take the opposite ribbon and slide it longer on the other side. Then I know which piece I'm working with. So now I know the longer ribbon is going to go back through the casing hole, out the back side of the casing hole. So if you're working on the back side, it's going to be the casing hole that you're working with. So first I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach that, and I'm going to slide this through as soon as I get this piece of tape off. Alright, so the back casing right there, that's where I put the ribbon, and I'm going to bring it out the other side on the casing. Now one thing to note, there is two pieces of fabric and they go like that, and you're going to want to find right between those two. And if you're having a difficult time finding that particular hole, you can take, I wouldn't recommend a sharp pair of scissors, but you could, just so you've got a place to guide, or you could use a safety pin, you could use a second chopstick, whatever you'd like. And that helps you find, like you can feel inside and get that out the right hole. And then once you get that out the hole, that casing hole, right there we go. Once you get that out the casing hole like that, then we're gonna take this tape off, And that's the first one, and you're going to do the same thing with the second side. So I've got these two, and these two are both the short ones, and you can just make sure that they go together. If you were to tie that and pull, those two go together, and this one is the second ribbon piece. And you're going to do the same thing with the second ribbon piece. You're going to guide it through the back, out the other side, just like that. And then you're going to have two ends coming out both sides. You're going to take those ends and you're going to give it a little tie. Just a single little knot to hold those ribbon ends. Just like that. And if you have any issues with your ribbons fraying, depending on what ribbon you choose to use, you are welcome to use some fray check on there and give it a trim, or you can just give it a trim at an angle, and that would be your cinch sack. So I just wanted to show you again, that's how these come through, and that's what makes this where you're able to pull it open and cinch that up anytime you'd like. All right, the second ribbon trick or tip I would like to share with you is on our Mer Majesty crown. And as you can see, we have two different sizes. There's a 5x7 and a 6x10 inch, and they're beautiful. They've just got this beautiful sparkle. There's mylar, there's glitter. These are just darling for little girls. So when you place the ribbon, as you can see, this is about a 3/8 inch ribbon right here, but everyone's going to have different ribbon sizes that they would like to use. As you can see, this one's just a little bit thinner. It's about a 1/4 inch ribbon. And there's a ribbon placement line that's at the bottom of this Mer Majesty crown. When you go to place your ribbon, no matter what the size is, you're going to want to place it, and here's a larger ribbon so you can see there's different size ribbons. You're going to still want to place your ribbon on that same bottom line and allow the excess just to go up on that, because the crown, it will be stitched in and it will be tacked down even if it's above your placement line. So again, there'll be a placement line, you'll place your ribbon, but make the ribbon even on your placement line on the bottom side of the crown, and it's fine if it extends past, because it will still get stitched in to your crown. And that way you don't have a piece of ribbon hanging out down on the bottom of the crown, and it makes it look really nice. Thank you so much for joining me with the tips today, and I hope this was helpful. Please share any of your enchanted gifts that you've already made with us. We would love to see them. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.